Our next step is going to be using views in order to recreate this sidebar block. And we're going to be diving into views to create numerous blocks as we work through this series. For this particular views block, we're going to take 3 different approaches. We're actually going to build this 3 times. The first 2 times, we're going to use the view mode that we created through the display suite module. If you remember, it's the sidebar view mode. It's what bundles up these 3 fields together. This is the About This Product custom field, our image field, and our description. The third and final time that we build this view block, we're going to do so using fields. We're actually going to pull all those fields together without a view mode. Using views for this will give us a chance to explore a couple of the more advanced configuration options for views. In particular, contextual filters, which allow us to pull in arguments from the URL and other sources that aren't normally accessible to us in order to filter out what kind of content we display. And also relationships, which allows us to use fields and content from different related pieces of information on our site. So for example, we're going to be able to produce this block over here on the side by using a relationship to connect it to the review that we're looking at. All that probably sounds a little theoretical, so let's begin by working on something practical. And we'll start by installing the views module. Here's the information that you need in order to enable the views module. I'm going to go ahead and use drush. I'm going to type drush dl views. You see that it has 2 modules, views and views UI. If I go ahead and type drush en for enable, and I type views UI, what this will do is say that it's going to enable views as well because views UI depends on views. So we'll go ahead and type Y, and then that way we get both of those modules enabled in one fell swoop. I'm going to jump back to the browser here, and let's make sure it's enabled by going to our modules listings page, and in the sidebar, we'll click views, and now you should see views and views UI both enabled. Now, we've talked about views in previous videos, but the basic idea is that views allows us to create lists of content. In previous videos, we created a calendar type view that showed particular event dates in order according to date. And in this series, we're going to explore several different ways to use views to create numerous displays of data. The way that we're using views for this first example might seem a little strange because we're only pulling one piece of information out. It's not a list of data. There's not going to be several entries that display. It's just one item. But because views allows us to create relationships and pull out fields in a way so that we can display them however we'd like, it becomes very powerful even for displaying a single piece of content.